Hey guys, guess what day it is today? Friday, Fun Friday. Alright guys, so for today's Fun Friday video, let's talk about, what are we talking about, huh? We have a question, guys, from my good friend Matthew. He told me not to say his last name. I'm just going to say it's Matthew N. For the dudes out here who know, my bros, you guys know. It's Matthew N from our school. The really smart dude, great guy. My friend Aaron also asked me another question. Aaron B for the other guys who were out there. Aaron and Matthew, they both teamed up, asked me this question. Matthew asked me first. Aaron kind of just chimed in and made it a really good question, all right? Number one, Matthew basically just said, like, why do you only talk about politics, sports, and this stuff? Like, is that your niche? Why don't you have a specific niche? And then Aaron, the all-smart dude, tied it all together and basically just said that, why don't you just make niche-specific channels, right? Smart dudes. My bros out there, you know who you guys are. AT, AC, NR, PC, my boys. That's their initials, by the way. So, my boys, you guys know who that is. Aaron B and Matthew N. So, basically what he asked me was, why aren't you niche specific? And why do you have so many different topics, right? So, of course, you guys know that most YouTubers like to do niche specific topics. What do I mean by that? For example, if they have a gardening channel, it will be just on gardening. You never see somebody saying, all right, I'm going to talk about gardening and biking. It doesn't usually get along, so they only talk about one thing. And then you see other channels who usually do like two niches, but they're really close. For example, ESPN or some other sports things. They always just do sports. It'll be basketball and football, but it'll just be sports. And some other people might do news and sports, where they might give you the news, but they'll also just talk to you about sports. So things usually of that nature get along really well. So they'll do very niche specific stuff. That way they can really get it across. And that way it's a lot easier to attract a giant audience. Now, I have two answers to that question. First of all, Matthew and Aaron, shout out to them. Check them out. Well, I can't plug their Instagrams, but go to my Instagram, check out Matthew and Aaron. You know, if you're going to put in the time to go find Matthew and Aaron on my Instagram, you deserve to follow them. All right. Anyway, so basically, those guys, great question. I have two answers for that. Number one, I am niche specific, if you would think about it that way. For example, you see most of these podcasts, they aren't exactly in one niche. For example, main example, Joe Rogan, his podcast, you guys know he invites different people on there and they're not niche specific. Now, I know that that's usually with two people and he'll usually talk to them about their advances and their like specialty, which I totally get. But I like to do this myself. Of course, I might invite someone on in the future. But for now, while I'm growing, I want this to be about me. Of course, the Jedi Solomon show has to be about Jedi Solomon, right? So that is why I'm not going super niche specific right now. I'm kind of talking about everything that I want, just kind of having fun with it. And this is how it will be all the way through. And in the future, if I were to invite people, I'll probably invite like a financial dude and I'll talk to him about finance. I'll invite a sports dude, talk to him about sports. Like anybody, a scientist, talk to him about science. I'm not going to be niche specific. I like to cover everything. So think of it as more like a podcast without two people, right? So that's basically it. And then the whole, like, why don't you create separate channels? That kind of like dives into that solely because of the fact that if I were to create separate channels, I would have to focus on growing each of them by themselves. I mean, I've been running this channel for, it's about to be a year now. In the next 2 months, it'll be a year since I've been running this channel and I'm at 350 subs. So it's really tough to just keep that stuff growing and to keep at it. A video a day is really hard to get out. So if I were to have 3 different channels, I'd have to do 3 videos a day, which is just, I'm not trying to deal with that stuff. So for now, this is the only channel. And I'm really thankful for you guys for subscribing. And it's usually like 10%, like 10% of you guys actually watch the content, which is great. And it usually fluctuates. So it's all good, guys. Remember, try to get more people on here. If you show me that you have shared this on your story, I'll shout you out on my Instagram. I will definitely give you guys a DM. I might even send you something. So, yeah. Other than that, guys, follow me on Instagram, at Jedi Solomon. Once you're there, you'll see the bio. It has everything that I own, or all the other pages that I run. I post on there every day, just like I post on here every day. So, here's what I do. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, guys, with a brand new video. Until then, make sure you guys are staying tuned. More videos are going to be coming out every day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Brand new video. Bye.